Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And where we are today is we're near Bridge, and we're actually at the MAGHERALLY Old Parish Church and Graveyard. And there's a connection here with the BRONTÖs, believe it or believe it not. And of course the BRONTÖs family were well known round Bridge. This is where they originated, and of course the three daughters became well known for their books. And so MAGHERALLY Old Church served the surrounding area here between 1770 and 1786, whenever the Church of St. John the Evangelist replaced it, and it's just down the road. I'll take you back out and you can see the steeple of it, so I can show you it from here. But this is the old church, the old medieval church. Fantastic, isn't it? You can see some of the old frames still in the window. I don't know how old they are now. Amazing. And there'd been an even earlier church here, but by 1557 nothing much remained of it. And the old church that replaced the earlier church was built in 1770, and it's this one here. And it was described in 1836 as being a plain building capable of holding 300 people. Fantastic, isn't it? And the old church is 30 feet to the north of where the earlier church actually stood. Isn't that amazing? You can see it's like a castle. You can see the old spiral staircase. I love the spiral staircase, but there's no way I would even fit up that. Plus, all it's going to take you to is just up there. But it's not made for a person of my size, that's for sure. But basically that's where it takes you to anyway. Great to have the spiral staircase here, isn't it? Fantastic. It's not often you see a spiral staircase in a church. In fact, I think this is the first one that I've ever seen. You normally get them in castles. You see those windows there are blocked up. They're grave markers. Don't know how old the old metal frames are. I don't think they would go back to the Middle Ages. You never know, but I don't think so. But that one there's still pretty substantial. You can see a big crack there and there as well. Now, one of the earliest marriages in the old church was in 1776, whenever Hugh BRONTÖ and Alice McGlory, grandparents of the famous BRONTÖ sisters, eloped here to be married. So Hugh BRONTÖ and Alice McGlory, I think that's how you pronounce her name, M-C big C L-O-R-Y, and they eloped here to get married. Isn't that fantastic? So a bit of a romantic story to this church, but it gets even deeper, because Alice's family did not approve of Hugh. He was a pauper, of course, poor family, but most importantly, he was not of the same religion as Alice, because Alice was Roman Catholic and Hugh was Protestant, and so the family were not happy of Alice getting too attached to Hugh. Some place, isn't it? You can see where the window was there, and there's a wee memorial in loving memory of George Hines, formerly of Thomastown, County Kilkenny, and he died at Kilmacrew Lodge, 25th of July 1802, and was erected by his friend and cousin. There's one there, 1804. Memory of Richard Coulter, Cooley of Kilmacrew Lodge, who died at York, well, that's in England, on the 10th of, I think that's May 1804, age 56. But despite the disapproval of Alice's family, Hugh and Alice continued to meet in secret, and so they decided to elope on the day of her proposed wedding to Joe Burns, who she was engaged to and who was also of the same religion as Alice. And so Hugh and Alice were married in this old church here in 1776, just 6 years after the old church had opened. You can see some of the markers there. So fantastic. And of course the old church then was abandoned, and it was left roofless. And of course a lot of churches were left like that because that means you didn't have to pay rates. So if you opened another church, you didn't want to have to pay rates on two churches, so you left one roofless. And so the old church was abandoned then and left roofless in 1886, whenever the new church was built, which is St John the Evangelist. And I've been in St John the Evangelist. Now the rector of the new church in 1892 was the Reverend George Maid, and in 1910 it was the Reverend R. Quirk. So I'm going to show you, I will take you down and do a wee video hopefully of the new church, but you can see the spire of it anyway from the old church. So that's the new church there. You can see the top of the roof there on the spire, St John. And then this is the old church. As you can see. So there you are, Hugh and Alice Brontë were married in this church, and of course their son was Patrick, who became a reverend, and his children were the Brontë sisters, and of course they became famous poets and authors. And I'm going to do a whole series hopefully on the Brontës, so this will be part one of that, so stay tuned for the rest. So thanks for watching and God bless.